All right, so we're beta testing Dark Magician, or at least getting a list together that we like. All right, so we are beta testing a Dark Magician list based off of OCG theories for TCG that we want to test out. So, guys, share our friends down at tradingcardmint.com and Uncle40 and save on your purchase. So we are testing 3 of the new Dark Magician. This revealing a spell in hand to beam this thing out onto the field, have it count as a Dark Magician, being able to set a card that mentions Dark Magician is really, really good. And I will tell you, being able to rotate into field spell off of this as additional extenders for the deck is really, really important. We needed to find a good way to just make use of this. TCG versions are doing like some littler combo stuff, but I think this is fine. We are testing 2 Dark Magicians, so you do have to play the bricks, because Dark Magical Curtain is one of the best cards that this deck has ever had. This puts a free Dark Magician on the field and searches for Gaze of Timaeus, which just breeds so much interactivity with the deck to be able to start off. Now, this is 1 card, ends on Dragoon, the Azalea with the Ritual set, the Dark Magician active, this Gold Sarcophagus one, which ends up allowing you to make the Ritual monster during the opponent's turn for you to do the job to lock them out of playing the game. And like I said, that's all off of just a Rod normal summoning here for you to be able to do its thing, because dear old Konami made the Charmer Link 4 an insane card to allow you to even access and do all of that. We are playing triple copies of Illusion. There's an argument to like play pre-prep and things like that if you really want to, but it's not like this card isn't just a combo piece that you bridge into. So you can actually search for this mid-combo. Because we have this stupid card. This card is able to send the Shining Sarcophagus off of your field, which bridges into this. This bridges into our next little combo piece. This incredibly stupid card. So this bridges, kicks. You want to keep this probably in your hands. You're going to discard another card. That way you have the Ritual fodder, because you're only going to have a 7 on the field. So you'll need to keep this in hand to be able to do something. So you'll send something else. But this dumps this down. And as you're going through the combo line with that, you make this to actually add this back to the hand. That's why, you know, the Magician line needs to be able to have this so you can have access to that. It's actually pretty freaking stupid for what you can do. We are playing triple copies of the Dark Magician Girl. So basically you want the interaction of having her discarding. As you're going through the combo, you should have 3 spells naturally down. Should be 1 Gaze, 1 Shining Sark, and there should be another spell. The Curtain will be down. So you'll be able to make the Selene later on in the combo. But you play this so you can make the new Dark Magician. This incredibly stupid card. So we don't have Baron de Fleur. So we had to find a compensation way to be able to pop this to trigger the revive to set the quick play spell card. And this is, hilariously enough, how you do it. So when you do the Charmer Link to revive off of this, you're able to pop and go trigger the revive on this to set the Dark Magic Secrets from the deck. I'll show, I guess, combo here at the end. So we have triple Ash Blossom. You need a hand trap. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so we have the triple copies of the Curtain, most broken card in the entire deck. You can do this during draw phase, which is freaking hilarious to me. Summon a Dark Magician, search for Glaze of Timaeus. We do have 2 copies of Glaze. Please pardon the paper rarity, as we are a poor indie channel. You do choose to play the 2 because there is an awkward time where like you can pivot into the dragon depending on how you open up on initial combo. You just got to be a little bit careful with that. We are playing 2 Shining Sarks. This is important. You need to have this. You could try the 3-1. Klein wanted to test Gandora in this, but you don't need it. Gandora is bad. Gandora actually blowing up your field is probably one of the worst things you could have. We are playing this. This is another little free spell that we get in the deck, because it is a Rhoda that we can do during the draw phase to not get punished, which is why this card is very, very good. We do play this. This is another target that we can actually bring out off of the Pharaoh's Servant, or the Pharaoh's Dark Magician, to get the Eternal Soul set up to have the extra revive, which is kind of important. I can understand why. We are playing 1 Dark Magical Circle. A lot of lists are playing 2. I don't hate the idea of 2. It might be something worth inspecting later on to kind of test out, depending on how combo lines go and how you open up. We do have Soul Servant. You recruit for this off of combo to be able to do things. This is our broken card. We have LOL Soul, Eternal Soul. And then, of course, we have Dominuses. 2 Sparks for testing, and we have 2 Imperm. You can adjust Imperms if you want for other ratios. You can adjust the Sparks out to play other Imperms if you want. It just kind of comes down to what you want to do. Extra deck, we have the Artemis. I mean, it's a Link one, man. This card is insanely broken in this deck. Adding back a level 5 is insane. You need Azalea for combo. You need this card for combo too, because this card's insane. We also have Celine, Charmer Link 4, SP, WP, because this card is really, really good. We also have the Dragoon Man. We also have the Timaeus, the Dark Magicians, the Master, and then, of course, 2 copies of this. Please pardon our paper rarity here, to be able to warp out. Now, we're going to do a little tutorial here on how to do this little combo. All right, so this is going to be 1-card tutorial on how to do this combo line. So we are going to start off with the normal summoning of the Magician's Rod. You are going to have 4 cards stacked up in your hand, which are going to be unknowns, which aren't going to matter. So you're going to do this. You're going to add up the best card in your entire deck, the Dark Magical Curtain. We are going to activate Curtain, putting our first spell down in the graveyard, which is going to be relevant as we go along with combo here. So Curtain is going to special summon out a Dark Magician. Since the Curtain saw that we did a special summon here, we are going to get to add the Gaze of Timaeus from our deck. All right. So now we've done a spell card. So now we get to banish this incredibly cool card and special summon up the Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician of Destruction here is going to go ahead and add up this very, very good card. So now this is where the funny begins. So we get to link these out into the graveyard to make this really, really, really fun card, which we will be summoning to its zone it points to later on, but we will come to that. So now we will activate the Gaze of Timaeus. We're going to shuffle back our friend here. This is going to go back. We're going to put our next spell down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to park this Dragoon all the way on over here in La La Land, because yeah, he's just gonna smile and nod. All right. So now at this stage, we get to go ahead and use this really, really fun card to stack this Dark Magician Girl on the top of our deck, banish this card, and congratulations, we get to draw a good free card here. We're going to pitch one of these bad cards from our hand to summon this. We're going to use this effect to grab the Shining Sarcophagus. And at this stage, we're going to add this good card from our deck to our hand. So now this is where the fun begins. So now we get to special summon Mr. Dark Magician here, sending this Shining Sarcophagus to the graveyard with this to add the Illusion. All right, so now we get to use Mr. Illusion here. Mr. Illusion is going to trigger to add this. We're going to take this bad card, shuffle it back into the deck. It's actually important that you do want to keep the 6 in the hand here, so you can actually use this as ritual fodder. Okay, so we still have all of our dear friends checking out here. We're going to Magician Souls, special here. Magician Souls is actually going to send this to the graveyard. This is actually pretty important for the combo. All right, so now we are going to take these two, and they are going to go into a sad, sad place. We are going to make this incredibly funny card. This incredibly funny card is going to add this good card back to our hand. All right, so naturally, hey, look at that. Look at our graveyard. 1, 2, 3 spell cards. So now we get to go ahead and link these out. We get to make the Celine here. Celine effect, revive the Dark Magician. Go ahead, link these out, and we get to make this really, really dumb card. All right, so we get to make the Link 4. Well, Mr. Link 4, these are still over here in La La Land, by the way. Mr. Link 4 is going to go ahead and trigger. We're going to go ahead and revive Celine and this Dark Magician. At this point, we're going to go ahead and take both of these, light and dark. We're going to go ahead, link summon, into the Azalea. Azalea is going to pop this. This is going to go ahead and trigger its ability to revive itself. This is unfortunately going to go away because we had 3 spells down in the graveyard at the time of its resolution. So that's fine. We're going to set this from the deck, and then going into the opponent's turn, we will be able to activate this, do this. This is why we kept both of these for the tribute fodder, and then you get to roll this out. You contribute the Charmer Link 4, or you contribute the Dragoon, depending on however what you want to lose, because you're going to lose the Dragoon at the end of the turn anyway from the Glaze of Timaeus. You can also use this as insulation to kind of protect yourself. But for the sake of this, you contribute this, or you contribute this to be able to roll on through to the next turn. And depending on what the last cards in your hand are for the little soft lock on your opponent, it also depends on how the rest of what you kind of shape up with. But I mean, that's the basic of what we're getting. Also, if you do have another spell card down, obviously, keeping the Azalea alive, depending on how you opened up, can also matter a lot. All right, but that's the basic combo. So, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.